All right, put on your favorite knicker slappers for this one. Be prepared to laugh the night away at the newest murder mystery dinner experience right here in the Arkansas River Valley called the 6 Foot Climb. Beard & Lady Inn in Chester, they're going to host the first ever production called Bedlam at Beard & Lady, with a second production coming in the spring of 2023 right downtown Van Buren.
I got to be a part of the writing process a little bit, obviously, because we are very connected. I was there from the initial thought to the very end of the script. So I had a clear idea of what the vision was and where he wanted it to go, and I felt a personal connection to the script and a big responsibility to take it in my own hands and make it even more than it was on paper. And my dream was for him to come to the rehearsals and be so blown away by how we've brought it to life that he's kind of like, whoa, did I write this? And I think that that's like started to happen a little bit.
Yeah.
Chester is this goofy golden retriever of a character, as he's described by Jesse. He's the postmaster in Chester, Arkansas, and he's just this big, dumb, naive, hopeless romantic, and he's been a lot of fun to bring to life.
I got involved in this sort of on accident. I took a fellow cast member to the read-through, was asked to read myself, and said okay, so I did. And I have plenty of acting experience from my past. I've worked in several local theater companies and have been involved both in film, both on screen and behind the scenes. But this is my first time being in a professional theatrical production, so it's very exciting, and I've enjoyed every part of working on it so far, and it's just been a blast to work with all the crew, all the cast, and everything. It's been wonderful.
So I used to act all the time in a Young Actors Guild, which would do shows. It's like a youth theater, yeah, and we would do shows, and it takes ages from like 8 to all the way to 19. So yeah, I was involved with that since I was 12, and then I aged out. So it's nice to jump back into theater with such amazing people.
The local idea is the springboard for me for the script itself, because the Beard and Lady, I mean, the location itself, the building itself, its historical value was the inspiration for me to write a script that would fit with the location here and the time period. Of course, I'm a history nut. I love history, and I love the locations that inspire my imagination, like what happened in this building 150 years ago. You know, who were the people that came in and out of this general store, who stayed in the rooms upstairs, and so I love that part of it, and I also wanted to capitalize on this location, and for the murder mystery not to be the typical thing where people sit around a table and they have a bank of clues and they're supposed to figure out who done it.
Belle Starr, she is a firecracker, I think. She doesn't take any crap from anybody, and she lets that be known from the get-go. She's funny, she's charismatic, she's loud, she's rowdy. You get in her face, she's gonna let you know what's up.
Jesse James is not to be trifled with. Oh, Jesse, he's mean. Meanest character I ever played. Meanest person I've ever had the experience with. And it is an experience, because Jesse, he loves real hard, but he also hates. And when someone gets in the way with him and Dinah, his love, his true love, well, there may be heck to pay. Not saying he'd murder anyone.
Kate is the owner of the B&B here, and Dinah's my little sister, so anyway, she's like proud and protective and a good friend to all, and she's just a good old gal.
Dinah is Kate's little sister, and she's quite the character. She's quite floozy. She gets around with the men in town, and she is employed at the Buren Lady, but she
Loosely.
doesn't. Yeah, she doesn't really work ever. She always has some sort of excuse. So.
The biggest, I would say, fear of mine going into it was finding the right people to fill the roles, because it's an 8-person cast, but there's about 16 roles in the show, so you can do the math there. And I am newly back in Arkansas, so I'm really out of touch with the talent here and the community, and I was kind of coming into it blindly, and I was just really blown away by the people that ended up coming to our first table read and the people that showed up to the audition. I mean, they were just so excited and ambitious about the opportunity that it was actually much easier to cast the show than I expected, which is a very nice, comforting feeling as the director, because you really need people that are not only going to be great actors, but people that you want to hang out with for a long period of time.